Alright everyone, so today we're going to look at how to make sugar cookies. And this is a pretty simple recipe. It's all scratch made, homemade, but it's pretty easy to do. So let's go over what you need. You need 2 eggs, you need a cup of softened butter, and a cup of butter is 2 sticks. I have a stick and a half here, and then I got the rest of the butter I needed by using a little I can't believe it's not butter. So 2 cups of butter. Then you need 3 cups of white all-purpose flour and a 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. You need 1 teaspoon of baking soda and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then you need a 1 3/4 of sugar. And then one last thing I like to add in is just a little bit of lemon juice. You can get, natural lemon juice, get a little bit of squeezed lemon, or just use this stuff. And I think that just gives a little bit of a nice tangy taste, but it doesn't take away from the sweetness of the cookie. And we'll add about a teaspoon to a tablespoon of that. I'd say probably about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of that. I'm just going to really squirt a little bit in there. So what you're going to do basically is just start mixing everything up. So let me go ahead and get everything in the bowl here and then show you the next step. Alright, so here we are. I've put everything into the big mixing bowl except for the lemon here because I just wanted to show. You can measure a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons anywhere in there. I'm just going to squirt a little bit in here. Oops. Don't want that much. Alright, so now you can either stir this by hand, which will take a while, or use a mixer. If you use a mixer, be sure to start on very slow speed. So I got to use 2 hands here because the spinner to change the speeds on back. So use slow speed at first. You don't want things flying around. It's going to take a while to get all the liquid and the butter mixed up. And as you can see, I made a little mess. Just a little bit of the stuff flew out. No big deal. It's not much. But that's just what I'm saying. Be careful. So I'm going to go ahead and use 2 hands. It'll be easier for me and finish up mixing this and show you what it should look like when you're done. Alright, so after mixing for a little bit, you're going to get something that turns out like this. If you find your batter's a little too dry, you can go ahead and add a 1/4 cup of water up to a 1/2 cup. Don't add too much though, but if you want to get it, if it's a little dry, you can add a little water. So now you can either take a spoon and spoon out clumps or use your hands and set up your cookie sheet. You don't have to get these looking perfect because when they get hot in the oven they're going to melt down and turn into a circular cookie shape anyways. But something like this. And also if you want, you can take some sugar. You can use regular sugar, Sanders sugar, whatever you like. And you can sprinkle a little bit over the top. Well, that one got a lot. Of each of the cookies. I forgot to mention also, probably want to preheat your oven before you start creating the batter. But your oven should be preheated to 350 degrees. And then we're going to go ahead and cook these for 15 minutes at 350 degrees. So I'm going to pop them in there and then we'll see what they look like when they come out. Alright guys, so I just took these out of the oven. I made pretty big cookies as you can see here, and as you can see the batter will spread in the pan. So if you don't want them to run into each other, use a little bit less. Now these are pretty big cookies, so I left them in for 17 minutes, a little bit longer because they weren't quite done at 15. But I'm going to go ahead now, right when you take them off, get a raised up sheet here to cool your cookies on. So I'm going to take the first one here, and I'm going to flip it upside down so we can see the nice golden brown bottom. Look at that. That's just perfect. So I'm going to take the rest off here and put them onto this cooling plate or cooling stand here, and then we'll come back in a second once they cool. Let them cool for about a ½ hour, then we'll come back and take another quick look at them. Alright, we're back. So I've let my cookies here cool down at room temperature for about a ½ hour, and now they're completely cool and everything. We'll see how they are. They should break apart but not be flimsy. They shouldn't be like, too soft, but you don't want them too hard and crunchy either. So as you can see, the outside is a nice and a little bit golden brown, listen. A little bit crunchy, but the inside is nice and soft. So you get the nice little bit of crunch on the outside, and the inside you get the nice soft cookies. Let me go ahead and taste it. Oh yeah, turned out real good. Can't really taste the lemon, but you got a little bit of lemon zing in there. Really great cookie. So, easy sugar cookie recipe to make at home. See you guys later.